All right, welcome back. We have Chef Anthony here, and we have our finished lamb meatloaf.
Oh yes, so all we did is we unwrapped the foil and cut off the plastic and laid it straight out onto my cutting board, and we're just going to start.
Do you have to worry
slicing
about,
our
because when you
portions.
rolled it up, would there have been plastic in the layers of it?
No, because you want to, when you roll it up, you want to completely lay over. You bring extra plastic and you're going to pull it up and over. You want to have about this much on the end,
Okay.
so that as you pull it over, you can lay it, have the plastic laying on itself.
Okay, good.
So you close it on itself. And we'll just cut our cute little portion pieces on here.
I see the ooey gooey mozzarella coming out of it already. Good stuff.
And the beauty with this one, I mean, you can top this one and put it back in the oven to caramelize, but what I always tell people is if you're going to do that, then get it cut like so and thicken your sauce that you're going to put on top, and then put your sauce on it and put it back into the oven.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you put it on something that you're going to serve it on,
Yeah.
so you don't have to mess with it.
So it's ready to go, and
So
then
it's
you can just
ready to
put it
go.
in the oven to brown the top.
Yes, and we're not even looking to necessarily brown the top. We really just want it to kind of make your topping or whatever your sauce you put on top of it kind of sticky. But I like to do mine, and then I like to drizzle. Sorry, brand new sauce. This was given to me by one of my students. It is a peach barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It is so good. There we go. It has nice little bits and pieces in it. The seasonings are wonderful.
I suppose we should mention our lamb this morning came from
Simon Market. And this is 100% Crawford County lamb.
Oh, wow.
So it's actually really good. I believe he said this was a fair lamb.
All right.
So, and of course, everybody here in town has tried all the Smoky Bros stuff. The Smoky Bros themselves, their sauce is insane. Since I was exposed to it a few weeks ago, I've been using it on everything. So I'm loving every inch of it. And this is a peach barbecue sauce that he's working on. It's just absolutely wonderful.
Sounds good.
So why don't you go ahead and take a bite and try one of those.
Okay. I'm gonna
Just pull one right out of the middle
out of
so
the
you
middle,
get plenty
yeah.
of cheese.
Yeah. Can't put that big of a bite in my mouth.
Isn't that great?
Oh, wow.
It's not dry, it's still juicy. Keeping it in the plastic and then in the foil helps keep as much of the juice inside and much of the moisture inside as you possibly can.
Yeah, because a lot of meatloafs you eat
Are very
can dry out.
And this is
that's
a wonderful.
a hot sauce too. Yeah.
Yep, and this is a wonderful way to do it, and it's an easy presentation, and you can do this at home. You can throw this together in an hour
That's
for
delicious.
a family meal. It
All
is.
right, I'll have the rest of my piece. Yes, yummy.
Of course.
And of course, again, you can find this recipe on our website at komnewsnow.com. What are you guys working on in class right now?
Right now, Baking and Pastry is doing cakes from scratch, and they're started icing and building their cakes. They're at 4 layers right now. So they're making their buttercream icing and putting it all together. And then my Culinary Essentials class is getting ready to start their soup assignment, which is one that makes me really excited because it's their first one they do at home.
Oh, wow.
So they get a packet of ramen, they take it home, and they have to enhance it with leftovers out of the refrigerator to kind of get them an idea as to what to expect when they go off to college, how to feed themselves on a interesting level repetitively.
I remember we tried to do that here one time, and we had a fridge clean out right before you came in, so there was nothing to enhance with it.
Well, it happens, but it's a wonderful project. It always gets me excited, and I've seen some really good stuff. I've seen pizzas, I've seen macaroni and cheese, I've even seen some dessert ones done.
And of course, you have a cooking club that meets every Wednesday, Culinary
Wednesday,
Club.
yes, and this week they learned to make pasta yesterday.
neat.
So we had a lot of fun with that, and they're getting ready to start up their food drive. They're getting ready to start up the drive, when we start cooking for the teachers, that's coming in just a few weeks. We'll cook for teachers during parent-teacher conferences, and they're getting ready for the baking competition themselves. And another competition in Pittsburgh, which I'll have more information on next week.
All right. And speaking of next week, what are we thinking about doing here?
Well, we're going to start amping up for alternatives for turkey for Thanksgiving.
Okay. Interesting.
So,
all right.
I think next week we might do a chuck roast or a pork roast. We're not sure yet.
Roast are always good.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
course.
This was delicious. And I'm going to make sure that Chris, get over here. Chris has never had lamb meatloaf. He swears he's never had lamb, period. And I reminded him a couple weeks ago we had lamb. chops, basically.
So,
Yes, so.
yeah, he'll like this one.
All right.
All right.
Come in and have a bite. You're
Okay.
gonna have to use my fork, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I trust that you're.
Well, that one doesn't have any of the cheese on it.
Oh, okay,
Here,
okay.
Go for
So
this one. Here, let me cut it in half for you.
We need some cheese.
Do you like
Oh,
hot
yes.
things? The sauce is pretty spicy if you don't want as much of it.
Okay. Well, we're gonna find out.
Okay.
We're gonna find out here in a second.
That's a big bite, too.
Good. It's spicy.
It is spicy, but the lamb plays really nicely with it. And lamb being used for a meatloaf, people don't usually think about that stuff. And lamb is actually really healthy for you. So
Well, it's good because I need to get a little healthier. One way or another. I mean, at least I can eat healthier, if anything
that's right.
else.
And then we put lots of cheese in it.
Yeah, no, I like that cheese. That
Well,
is a spicy sauce.
mozzarella is great, and the cooling effects of the mozzarella with the hot sauce, it's a wonderful combination.
All right, well, we are going way over our clock, so we better go to break. But thank you, and thank you.
Of course, I'll see you next week.
We'll be right back.